What's going on, everybody? In this video I have a treat for you. I am up in Brooksville, Florida, which is north of Tampa, and I'm going to take you on a tour of this model home and an inventory home from Perry Homes. They are a brand new builder to the area, and I know I've mentioned it on the channel before. I just didn't want to come up here, but my rep used to work at Toll Brothers, and she called me. She's like, hey, get up here. So I was in Land O'Lakes today showing houses to an out-of-state client anyway, and this is about half an hour north of there. So it's a golf course community. I'm going to put all of the HOA and CDD information in the description below because it's a lot. And it's a golf course community, so you have, of course, those golf club fees and stuff like that. We're about an hour or so north of Tampa, if you're not familiar where that's at. And it's called a community called Southern Hills. So let's start today's tour. This is the model home. It is the 3368 floor plan. 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3-car garage, 3368 square feet. Base price is $873,900. But as we go in here, you'll see it's a model home. This was probably about $1.5 million. But nice paver driveway. To the right here is where your 3-car bay would be. They have it set up, as you'll see, as the sales office. But absolutely love this one. Let's go inside, take a look. I think you'll love it too. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Definitely a new look for Florida, being Perry Homes. All right, let's go inside. Come in the front door, nice entryway here. Right to the left, you're gonna have your flex room. Nice size flex room here. Keep in mind, this is a model. Coming to the left here, this door is locked. I'm assuming there's either like a coat closet that they're using for supplies or maybe an air handler behind that. So bedroom number 1's up front here. And of course, this one has its own ensuite. So nice tall ceilings. I mean, really nice. And then of course, it's ensuite here. With your shower. And then you have a walk-in closet right here. All right, back to the main entryway here. There's gonna be a coat closet right there. And then into your main living area. Of course, we'll go over to the right in a second, but let's cut to the living room. Love the sliding glass doors, of course, the extra windows up top. But then you have your main suite kind of over tucked away here. You have access to the pool. This would be your pool bath here. And then your main suite is gonna be right over here. So nice, almost, not quite floor to ceiling windows, but pretty tall windows in your bedroom. Nice tray ceiling. And of course, it's a king size bed, and you have a sofa here. So nice size bedroom. You have your French doors leading into your closets and your bath. So first walk-in closet here. And then across the hall, you're gonna have your second walk-in closet. This one's much bigger. Continuing on down, water closet here. And then you're gonna have your linen closet right there. And then you got your split vanities. So vanity number 1 gonna be right here. Love the big, sorry, I'm still getting over a little cough. Nice big soaker tub here. And then of course, your second vanity over here. Love the transom windows above. And then this massive shower here. And then of course you have the tray ceiling with the LED lights behind the crown molding up top. I like how they do the tile and the wood. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go back over this way. Cut through the living area. Once again, quad sliders. And then of course they have this set up as your dining room area here. Little wet bar, well, not a wet bar, dry bar area here, coffee bar. And then we'll come back to the kitchen in a minute. So let's go this way. So there are the sales offices over here, but that would be the garage, obviously. So then you have your laundry room here. You do have the laundry sink. And then over here, you're gonna have one more bedroom. And this has its own ensuite as well. I love the tall ceilings. And of course, this would be the closet, but they have this set up being kind of a design studio in here. Or an art room, actually. They have it staged as. And then come down here, you're gonna have one more bedroom. Nice sized bedroom. And then of course you have your walk-in closet. And then another ensuite in here. All right. And then so the door would be right here, going into the garage, 3-car garage, and then you come in, you'd have your little drop zone right here, and then another closet here. So, all right. So coming in, pretend we're coming in out of the garage, you go down the long hallway, you got the 2 bedrooms and your laundry room, and then you come into your kitchen. Nice vaulted ceiling, you got the beam up there, of course your extra windows. And then right over here is gonna be your walk-in pantry. This is a gas community. So of course you have your gas cooktop here, the cafe, pot filler, nice custom range hood. And then I love how they do the solid slab for the backsplash. No grout lines. And then in the island here, nice big island, waterfall over on the edges, single bowl undermount sink. And then of course you have your wall mounted oven and microwave. And then you can see how far this is. So nice open big area here. And then right over here, you kind of have a, whatever you want to make this. They have it set up as like a separate, almost like a cafe hangout area. Of course, you have your chandelier here, so if you want to do like a breakfast nook, something like that, you can do that. And then let's go out the sliding glass door right here. It's another set of triple sliders. So out here, they have the outdoor kitchen. Of course, you have your covered lanai. I absolutely love how you have the tall, vaulted ceiling like that. And then, of course, your outdoor kitchen. And then check this out. This is unreal. So you step down, so you're nice and elevated. It's absolutely awesome. You have your sun shelf here, of course your pool, your spa over there, and then your little jets here to create that nice ambiance. Step down off the pool deck. Of course, all your pool equipment's over here. Nice size yard. And of course the spa over here. And then they have an extra little sitting area over here with a pergola and a fire pit. And then of course, can't live in a golf course community without your own putting green, right? So that's pretty cool. All right, this is the 2527 floor plan. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage, obviously 2527 square feet. Currently listed at $749,900. Let me pan around. You'll see that there's actually hills here. So this is a great community if you like hills, since we don't have those often in Florida. Nice paver driveway. Love the split 3-car garage. Got the black, it looks like metal roofing right there above the garage. It's pretty cool. Of course, your board and batten. Love the fact that this is not just your standard stucco. Still block construction, but they changed the look, which is awesome. So you come up, you walk up the steps here. Nice front entryway. You also have another door here leading into the hallway and that bay over there. We'll get over there in a second. But let's go inside, take a look at this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. As you see, when we go through here, you're gonna see some blue tape, like on the island right there. It's almost done, but there's still some touch-ups. So you come in, LVP flooring, nice open entryway. You have the tray ceiling up top. And then right here to the right, you're gonna have your flex room. Of course, you have your French doors with the glass. Nice big flex room here. Love the tall windows. Of course, you have your 8-foot doors. You come in, I'll stick to the left first. So let's cut through the kitchen and then we'll come back. So over here, this is gonna be your 2-car bay. So you do step down since there's elevation here. Of course, you have your 2-car bay here. And then when you come in, you have a little drop zone area. And then your laundry room is gonna be right here off of the garage. So cabinets, wood shelving instead of wire shelving. Of course, you have a window here. And then you have more cabinets, countertop, and a laundry sink. So no wire shelves here, which is absolutely amazing. This is gonna be your pantry. And then we're kind of doing this a little backwards here, but you got your pantry with the wood shelving. And then you come right into your kitchen. So you have your wall-mounted oven and microwave here. Of course, your white cabinets, your sage green lower cabinets. And then you have your tile backsplash with the under cabinet lighting. Nice big island here. You have your 3 pendant lights there. Single bowl undermount sink, stainless steel dishwasher. It is a gas community, so you have your gas cooktop, wood range hood. Like how they did this sage, little kind of breaks it up. It is a little different though. Let me know, what do you think about that? Do you like this sage for the range hood along with the white? Obviously you have the sage for the lowers. And then over here, of course, that'd be where your refrigerator goes. And then you have your extended cabinetry there and countertop. And then a little breakfast nook area here, or your main dining area if you don't want to use it, you know, out in the main living area here. Then of course you have the door leads up to the covered lanai. We'll go out there in a little bit. And then back this section here, you have 1 bedroom with its own ensuite. Of course, you have your walk-in closet here, or step-in closet, I like to call these. And then your ensuite here. I do wish they would have went all the way up to the ceiling with the tile, but you know, it's not the end of the world, I guess. Especially since there's no wire shelves here, because I know how all y'all hate wire shelves. There are blinds, so that's nice. All right, let's go back over this way into your main living area. You do have power in the floor right there. Of course, you have your chandelier here, which I forgot to turn on. And then your quad sliders there leading out to the covered lanai. Let's go this way and then we'll end up at the main suite. So here's that hallway. You do have a linen closet here. And then let's just go do the garage and then we'll come back. So here's that door out the front. You have kind of like that, it's not really frosted, but I like how they do the glass, so it gives you the privacy. And then right out here, once again, you step down into the single car garage bay, which this is much bigger than a standard single car bay, which is awesome in my opinion. All right, so you're gonna come through out of the garage. Got your long hallway here. Behind this door is your air handler. And then over here, you're gonna have bedroom number 2. You do have a linen closet right outside. Bedroom here. And then your walk-in closet there. And then right outside the bedroom, you're gonna have bathroom number 2. And then this one has the shower. All right. Okay, back down the hall, back through the main living area, and then you have your master or main suite back here. Nice size bedroom. You have your tray ceiling up there. Got the big 4 windows to look out the backyard. French door is leading into your main bath, and check out this bathroom. You walk right in, greeted by a big soaking tub, and then of course this wall of tile in your shower behind there. Frosted glass on the windows, split vanities, same sage green cabinets. So your split vanities there. And then over here, you have split closets. So you have more cabinetry, a little bench here for getting ready, putting your shoes on, that kind of thing. And then you have this walk-in closet right here. And then of course you can get into the shower, right here. So you got the shower, tile goes all the way up to the ceiling. And I'm not gonna walk through there to come to the other side, but it was tempting, but I decided not to. And then you have your water closet there. And then of course over here, you're gonna have your second walk-in closet. And then behind this door, you're gonna have your linen closet. All right, let's go outside, take a look at this covered lanai in the backyard. All right, so once again, the quad sliders, they obviously collapse into each other. You come out, you have your covered lanai, and then you have some stairs. I like how it's wide, the entire width is stairs to step down into your backyard, which is a nice size backyard. And of course you do have a little bit of a slope because there are hills here and not just flat. So nice size yard. And look at the back of this. I love how they got the black windows. So that's gonna do it for this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment below. And if you're thinking about making a move, reach out. I'd love to help you. My contact information is in the description below. But until next video, take care.